was finishing up another meeting.
Oh, there he is. Okay.
Hey,
Hey, Jeremy.
what you guys
I was
doing?
talking about you.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I was telling Steve about the WebViewer integrations file that you created back in FileMaker 16. That kind of got me back into JavaScript once again.
Oh,
So I went like 15 years without touching JavaScript, and then I was a FileMaker developer. We didn't really use JavaScript much, and then I saw your WebViewer integrations file, and it inspired me to get back into it. And so I've been using it ever since. Especially since FileMaker 19 came out, that's just changed everything.
mm-hmm.
So
Cool. Well, I'm glad you're here, Steve. You're here. You mentioned that you got some stuff done. You sent me an email or something. I remember.
yeah, so I had posted to the FileMaker community because I ran into a problem with the Apple script that I created to do the job in.
Okay.
And someone responded with a very unique approach, which was just using insert from URL,
Okay.
and in one step took care of one of the forms that I was trying to work with. So I don't know if that's approach that I can use on the other ones. I've been searching the code to try and replicate what this individual did, and I haven't unfortunately found the code to do that yet.
Cool. So you're making some progress.
Some progress with that one response. I was able to pull in, I don't know, 925 records, which had multiple JavaScript records in it, and JSON records in it.
Great.
So that was the big step forward.
Oh, very good. Sorry, I just finished. I've just finished my training course. Shock! I'm shot here. Kyle, what have you been up to in the JavaScript world?
I'm still playing around with data tables and my universal search feature. So they keep asking me to do more and more with it because they just fell in love with it. So trying to bring more and more tables into it and more search engines. So that's what I've been working on lately.
Cool. All right. Cool. Well, what are we gonna do here? I think we're gonna try something. This is interesting. I'll show you something. So I have let's get that. Try to wrap my head around. Okay. All right. So there it is. All right. So I have on my GitHub account, which there we go. Okay. So on my GitHub account, I have a starter, a data. Oh, it's on the other one. Is it? Yeah, it is. It's on Integrating Magic. So I have a thing called data table starter. What I want to do with this, I need to update this. So we're going to try this in real time, as I think it'll be fun to try it in real time. This is a repository that I've created using the basics of data tables to get up and running in, to allow someone to get up and running in 25 minutes or less, adding a data table to their library, to their app, as quickly as that, if not faster. So what I thought I would do today for the fun of it is actually run through that. I have a FileMaker file here that holds my training courses. And I have this table here, this portal here, which is fine. It shows all of the things I want to talk about in a particular course. But I thought what I would do is just try to, in 25 minutes or less, use this starter kit to replace this portal with a data table. All right. So you all are going to watch me and see how this goes. I'm I'm testing this out for because I'm going to record it for, or I hope to present it at the auto enter thing whenever that is, that conference. And then I want to turn this into a lead generator kind of thing for people so that they can do this and then come back and say, oh, I want to learn more about data tables. So I'm going to purchase your course. So let's see how this works, shall we? Tell you what, I will talk through it. I'd love for, if you have any questions you can ask, but please think about ways that I can make this better and improve it as I go through it. Because yeah, this is actually the first time I've done it. So we'll see how this goes in 25 minutes. Kyle, would you mind doing a timer on me and seeing how fast I can do this? So Steve, I don't know if you've seen this, but data tables is you might have seen what Kyle has shown, but data tables is a library that can show records of data. I may have done it here. I've lost track of what I've talked about here, but
I think I've seen parts of this in previous sessions.
yeah. Okay. So the idea that I want to do is take this library and replace this portal with this so that it's searchable, that it's filterable, and even that so that I can click on a row and it will go to that specific thing that I want to go to. Right now, I just have a button that goes to that specific record, but I'd like to try it this way. So let's see how this works. I'll put this one away. That's the one I did in my training with people. All right. So should we try it now? All right, let's get started. Ready? Go. You got a timer on me?
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna stop and restart it.
No, that's fine. Oh, okay, whatever.
So I already have 53 seconds on it.
Okay, that's fine. Data tables, JS training. So I'm going to create a repository from this template that is that will suffice for all of the portals and list views in this table or in this file. We're going to start with just this one, but hopefully it'll work for all of them. All right, so then I'll copy it, close that, go to VS Code, clone, boom, boom, put that in there. All right, so we open it up, do npm install. So this is the repository that I've created. It contains everything we need. It contains all of the connections to the content delivery networks. It contains a place for the JavaScript to render the table. And it contains some index.js, which just kind of got a starter stuff going on. So I've got some columns built and some data. I don't have any data built, but this is the basic. This is all I really need to get it working. All right, so let's do some things. First thing I'm going to do, got to think about this. I'm going to open up this file. That's interesting. I didn't think of that. This is where the data table will run. Let's actually start it up. npm start. Okay, so I've already got it going because I've connected it. So what I need to do is get it into this file and get it to catch this data for this particular course, in-depth or the JS dev environment, and then sort it by that. So I don't want to continue to work in here. So what I'm going to do is copy this. First of all, I'm going to do a couple of things. Over here in this, I'm going to create an HTML table. Yeah, I'll do an HTML table. HTML, and it's going to contain an HTML field. Okay. Then I need to copy the scripts that are in here in the JS dev. I'm going to copy it into this file. So paste those in. Shouldn't have any errors. Oh, there is an error because that field is different. Okay. So I'm going to need to go get the, eventually, I'm going to need to get the data from that. So I'll work that out in a bit. Actually, that's a good thing to think about. How do I do that? All right, any other errors? Yep, that's an error. I think through that. Set to dev mode, there's no error there. I think we're good. I think there's no more errors. Okay. So we've got that in there. Now I'll just copy the layout or the web viewer. The web viewer and this, these three scripts or these three objects. Copy that. I'm gonna just place it in a new layout for now, just so I can be testing it. Okay, so I'm still on the context of the name of the course, so that'll be useful, and I'm actually going to need the primary key too. All right. Okay, so if I go dev mode and I load the web viewer, it's still in there. It's still doing good because it's running off of this right here. If I add another column, I'll do city, and the data is in the city. It doesn't matter because it's temporary. So now I've got it set. This web viewer is not expanding, or it is, it's just small. There we go. It doesn't matter. This is just a temporary layout. Okay, so we load web viewer. We're good. Now I need to get the data from the core, the content layout. I'm going to actually create a dev content layout. And I'm going to put the fields on it that I need. I'm going to need the primary key field, the title, and the sort. That's all I'm going to, I could put other things here, maybe the description. I also need the ID course because that's how I'm going to find the related records, I think, is through the ID course. So there we go. So all of these have, I think all of these have, yeah. This is the ID of the course name that, what is the course name? Let's see, courses, primary key name. All right, good. Okay, so that's JSNFM. All right, that's good. Okay, so got that. Let's go back here to that new thing. Now I'm going to go into my script, get data, and I've got a sort of a template. Oh, I'm done with this. I can close this out. I've got a template script that helps me to define what I need. I'm going to start off with the layouts and say dev content. That's where I want the data API script step to look, right there. I'm going to build a query. So in this query, I need to say ID course is equal to the course that I'm on. So I think I'm going to need to do set variable ID course and get the primary key of that. Nope, not the content, the course. So I'm on the courses page. I'm going to grab the primary key, put that into a variable. I'm going to do dev content, and I'm going to build a query. So my query will look like this. JSON set element. It'll be 0 or this dot ID course, and it's going to be ID course and JSON string. I'm building a query to take. I'm building a query that will go search this field ID course with the value and put the value in there. Okay, did I miss something? Oh, question mark or quote. All right, so there we go. Limit, I can just put, it doesn't matter. I'll just leave the limit alone. The limit by default is 100 and I don't have more 100. So let's test this and see. Let's go back to my course. All right, so let's do that. Here's what the request looks like. The request says on the layouts, dev content layout. Oh, interesting. I'll put in 100 there and fix that. Query is this ID course is equal to this primary key of the course. And then let's
I think you may need to do the offset equals 1.
I don't actually have to. It's by
Oh,
default.
okay. It's optional. Okay.
Yep. All right, good. So look at that. I got my data. Great. So now I'm going to go into my, so I know that works. So now I'm going to go into my, let's go back here, go into my JavaScript and tell it which columns I want to display. The only thing I want to display is the title and the sort for now. So the title is, the title of this column is title, and it would be the data source is field data dot title. And this would be sort field data dot sort. I'm actually going to hide this. I don't need it to show up. Okay, don't need these. All right, so the columns that are coming in, or the columns are hard coded in my JavaScript. The data is going to come in. Get rid of that. So now the data that comes in it comes in from FileMaker. It gets parsed, it gets extracted, and there it is. All right, so now if I run this, goes and gets the data. We know that that's going to be correct. So the data is coming back, and it didn't return anything. That's weird. Let's try that again. Oh, because that little stupid limit. Let's just put 5, whatever, 3,000, whatever variables, whatever words I could type. All right, so let's run that again. Boom. Just let it run to here. So there it is. There's all my data. Nice. And if I load it, beautiful. Okay. So do I want only 10? Yeah, I guess that's good for now. I think I'm going to add the description so I know what it's going to be. I've got the sort in there because I want to use it for something. I actually want to sort by that field. Description. Description. So let's run that. Beautiful. Love it. Okay. So now all I have to do is go do this, do that, grab that, bring it over to my courses list, set aside the portal, and paste in the web viewer. I'm going to make it smaller. To that, remove that, and I'm not sure what that button did. Let's see, we got that. Okay. So the only thing that I need to do, I worry about is, okay, so that'll work. It's a little bit off. I can deal with that, but this is nice. Actually, I might remove the description just because it doesn't fit. Doesn't fit here. Okay, I like that. I don't need the paging. I'm going to just turn the paging off. Paging false. I'm not sure if I need the searching. I like that though. I like that that works. I am going to put a scroll Y to be, I don't know, 500. Is it? It's 500 pixels. PX. All right. So, and that didn't really do anything. And I've got some weirdness. Got lots of extra thingies. I always forget that. What is the CSS for that? I should put that into this. What is the CSS? I think you gave it to me once. Kyle, CSS hide scroll bar. Overflow hidden, yeah. I'll do this. All right, so let's put that in there. Boom, boom, boom. Load it. Okay, so we're almost on track. Actually, I'm gonna do I'm gonna fix the, I'm gonna do 400 pixels. That's better. Okay, so now I have a scrolling list of what I've got. It's sorting by the title, which I don't want. I don't know, maybe I should put the sort mechanism in there. If I actually put that first, then it will by default will sort by that. So let's try that. There we go. Okay, so now I have a list of all mine, and I can do a search. Very nice. Okay, good. I got that. So now this will show me. So now if I go to the second course and I load it, I'm getting that, which is cool. Obviously, I want to do that. Maybe I want to do that on the, you can't see this, but I'm doing it on the script trigger on record load web viewer. Go. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if this will work. Let's see. Let's try this. Okay, so we got that, and we got that, and we got that. There's a little bit of weirdness there, but I can. It's just me, so I can handle that. All right, nice. A couple more refinements. I'm going to let it stretch as far to the bottom as it wants to go. I need to get rid of that scroll Y then. Nice. I like that. I like this a lot. That works perfect. Oh, it's beautiful. There's a little bit. Oh, okay. I see. Because it's just beautiful. All right. So last thing I need to handle somehow. Okay. So I've got this done. For all intents and purposes, it's done. I don't have a row click on it yet. What time are we at? We're at about maybe 20 minutes?
16 minutes.
16. Oh, okay. I got time. All right. So let's actually do the row click. So we're going to say, we're going to say, let's see, click on row 2. Click on row. All right. So table dot. That's right. Tables dot rows on click the function alert hi. Okay. I have something messed up. All right, there we go. All right. Oh, come on. Oh, let me see. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So now when I load this, I click. I'm still not getting anything. Table is up there. Ah, shoot. I had this. Data tables. I need to put this
I
into
think we did an event listener before.
Okay. Let's see how. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, it's this. I knew that. Yeah. Okay, so we have to. We're not going to put it on that. We're going to say we're going to use jQuery to say dtable. So go find the element with the dtable, do an on click, and and it's the t body. That's right. So that t body. Okay, I need to add that to the template. So now when I load this, boom, Nope. Console. What am I doing? On click function. On click TR. That's right. On the row. Never try to do this when you're tired. All right, so let's load that. Boom. Oh, come on. It's killing me. Where do I have it? I have this answer somewhere. I shouldn't have to build this into it because it's let's look here.
And I'm looking for it in my data table.
Nope.
Let's get row data. All filters.
It's in the relax one, I'm pretty sure.
Click handle.
Yep, here it is. Click T body. Okay. Let's just do this. Let's do alert, hi, and then return. Just get rid of it. All right. Boom, boom. Doesn't matter. Click. There we go. Okay. So now I'm clicking. So I don't want to do
Put it
the
in
alert.
the chat.
I got it. I found it, but thank you.
Okay.
So now I'm grabbing the row table. So now receive row data JSON.stringify row. All right, so that goes in there. And then I need a script called receive row data. Row data, set variable param, get script parameter, and then scd param. Okay. So load it. Boom. There we go. Okay, so now I can use my FileMaker skills to go to the related records or whatever I want to do. That's not important for this. The last thing what was I thinking I needed to do? Oh, the last thing I need to do, and again, I'm glad I'm doing this because it's pointing out I want to make this as easy as possible for people to set it into their systems, right? I don't want them to have to do a whole lot of coding. So this clicking will be in there, and as well as this script. The script will actually be in the template. But the last thing I need to do is deal with getting the HTML. So because this is on a different, when I'm in development mode, it's working just fine. It's getting the HTML from here. But if I turn off development mode, which if I turn off development mode by grabbing this, actually, I'll just stick over here. So I'm in development mode, I load it, it's just fine. If I unload it, if I'm not in development mode, then it's supposed to grab the data from this HTML field, but that's not the right context. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create a script called get HTML. And I'm going to, let's see, say if dev set variable, I'll just do this, HTML. Just do localhost 1234. Else, nope. Come on. Else, new window. This is just one way to do it. I'm gonna just choose this to be the fastest. Maybe not the fastest. Set variable HTML, HTML, close window, exit script. So this script needs to run and it needs to pass back the HTML. So this script, paste there, comment that out, do perform script. Actually, I'll do this. I'll do paste that. Get HTML. Okay. So now if I run this in dev mode, it should still work. If I run it out of dev mode, it's not gonna get the HTML content because there's nothing in there. So let's deploy this. npm run build :upload. Shoot, I need to update my scripts to be, what is the name of this? JS and FM trainings. Okay, so JS in FM trainings. Okay, so now this should work. So let's do that again. Let's clear this out. npm run build upload. Stupid. I have to go into my security settings and update the advanced settings of the full access to allow scripts to run, allow URLs to run the scripts. I need to create a record here. I should set that into the, okay, so let's do that now. npm run build upload. Boom. There we go. My HTML is in there. So now when I go to when I'm in dev mode, it's actually not going to work because the development server isn't running. Hopefully when I'm out of dev mode, it will work. Good. Okay. So now I can go back here. There we go. So now it's loading my content. That's nice. All right, done. So what was that? 25 minutes?
Oh, let me look. Yeah, 25 minutes.
Okay, that's
Exactly.
good. And that and that's because there's a lot of stuff in here that I need to add to this that I had to build on the fly. So I don't know. That's kind of cool. The whole idea of this is to be able to walk through someone the steps of getting a data table into their system as soon as possible, as quickly as possible. What do you think, Steve? Would that be useful?
I think that would be really useful. It seems pretty streamlined, and I think the things that you identified that you want to change already are going to make it even more streamlined. And I think it has a lot of practical applications for people.
Yeah. How about you, Kyle? What do you think?
So in my chat posting, I put some code in there so that you can capture the selected row in case you leave the layout and come back to it. It'll show it'll re-highlight that row.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I think this is a great starter solution. I think a lot of people will get a lot of use out of this. And it will get them started. So, there's a lot more advanced stuff we can keep adding to it. But as far as just getting your foot in the door and getting it set up in your file, I think this is perfect.
Yeah. Well, to that, I think two things. Number one, I think this will cover a lot of use cases for people. There's some weirdness, like you got to figure out the exact styling or like this bugs me a little bit. So there's some things that I have to deal with. Well, what is the problem here? What's going on actually?
It'd be nice if the search stayed in one spot.
I think it's trying to be.
And the comment at the bottom was kind of going center or left. I wasn't sure. So there's a couple little tweaks we can do to it.
So there it's not. So anyway, yeah, I think that this will cover a lot of use cases for people because they really just want a list view like this. This is all I need. This is actually interesting because this is the current tables portal that does the detail or goes to it's programmed in actually. So that might be a little bit interesting because well, I mean, it's just a script. So anyway, I think this will cover a lot of issues. I think that people can take this and run with it as long as they understand all the pieces to it. And, this might take, another 25 minutes to refine it, but this should be good. So yeah, I'm going to give this a try and record a video on that. And I'll fix up my file to include the stuff that I missed, and then have to walk through everything to change in here. So cool. All right. Well, that was good. Glad I got to do that and stumble through that. I'll take your text and plug it into the system. That's interesting. Looks like why are you window.filemaker.perform script with option data table update selected row number? So
Yeah, there's two parts that I added there. I didn't realize I put the other on click part, and I'm like, what is that for? And then I saw the perform script with option data table dash update selected row number, and I was like, oh yeah, I added that so that way I could I could refocus it on that selected record when you leave the layout, or you change to a different record and you come back to the original record. The web viewer has to reload when you change records. So, and then you lose your point of context. So that's why I added that little extra bit in there, just so that it basically updated the JSON that the global variable that I had, and it was saying here was the selected row numbers that the user selected. So that way, when I come back to it, it can show that the same record was selected.
Cool. I'll play with that.
So that's all that was.
All right. Well, I don't know if you have any thoughts or questions. I'd be glad to ask. Otherwise, I'm going to go take a nap because I'm exhausted.
Yeah, take a break.
Yeah, sounds like fun.
Steve, where are you located again? I keep forgetting.
In Massachusetts.
Oh, okay. I guess I didn't know that. I'm in my trainings and office hours. I meet all sorts of people. So I need to start a pin board on my wall that identifies where everybody that I'm interacting with comes from.
Maybe you could build a FileMaker database.
Maybe I could. Yeah.
Should have something like that somewhere.
Yeah, I do. So, all right, folks. Well, thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. And thanks for the feedback. I will. And then I might actually, Steve, if you are interested, I might give it to you to test, since you're the most green with the.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
So it'd be fun. So.
All right. Sounds good. Just reach out to me.
I will. Thank you all. Good to talk to you.
All right.
Have a great day.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.